Audio episodes, Spotify, Apple Media. This is what I've been working on in lockdown.
Apple Media.
No, my discourse for plugging my content. Please subscribe to Tito.
What the?
I need a consistent thing for that. I need to actually be able to say it at the very end of the episode. I need to work on that. So you're gonna.
You mean like an outro?
Yeah, like that kind of thing. But like a quick plug, you know.
Yeah.
You know they're very seamless on YouTube. Surely you've watched.
No, you need an outro
Like you know how Chunks. Have you watched Chunks? It's like, hey man, very quick.
Or KSI legit.
Yeah, and he says it like that. It's like a tag. I need to be able to say it quick.
Or
You
you
can
can
subscribe.
You do an intro yourself this video. Put like your Insta. And
exactly
your
not like that actually. It could be exactly not like that.
Yeah, that much.
It's not.
You're fine. You're perfect. Your African movie is a bit more in.
Where?
Just
in the
move,
mic.
move it to the edge of the desk, just so you don't have to keep bending over. Yeah, cool.
We could have to rerun. We can do a rerun next week. Would you feel better? Yeah. You've got something right now.
Fucking chaotic
You've got
movie.
something.
It's the crazy intro you've ever gonna hear.
This is the worst generation.
Welcome. I guess it's TWG. I'm gonna have to keep a little bit of that in because I don't like editing too much. But yeah, look, this is the final ep to close season 2. All right. Because I said penultimate in the last episode for some reason. I don't know why I kept saying it. I was like, this is going to be the penultimate episode with no ultimate episode planned. Do you get me?
Because you like saying big words.
I feel like
I love big words.
penultimate is
Just
used a
big
lot
words.
in football. So
I think half my vocab
feel like I get
is
it.
from commentary as well.
yeah,
That's
Martin
facts.
Tyler.
Yeah. As the top ends and that. Yeah. But I think literally, I said it a few times and I was like, okay, look, obviously the consistency of season 2 especially. Season 1 was going all right. We can talk about this. It's been 2 seasons, 2 years. Lots of things happened for you guys, right? So TWG is still humble TWG. Nothing crazy.
Kept moving.
Yeah. I've never mentioned numbers because I've never been a numbers guy, but we'll thank them, you know, because today's an episode of commemoration, you know, because it's not. I haven't got famous cunts yet. They're on their way. They're coming up, I think. Hello, testing. Yeah, everyone can hear me still. That's all right. But yeah, so look.
Cool, we're famous.
We're not, bro. Just...
We're not unpacking my trauma. It's Nerov's trauma today, guys.
What are we doing? Did we agree to this? Pre-agreed?
We'll do lockdown.
Majority
He wants to
rules.
talk about relationship trauma apparently that I have, but
Look, we're not famous yet, okay? But you're all making movements in terms of. Not maybe famous ain't even a fucking thing for you guys, right? You guys are making movements. Cunts are out of uni now. Cunts are in different jobs now, different relationships now, yeah?
I mean, Shaz is famous in the scientific areas.
Man said, I work as a scientist, Billy, before he came. That's crazy.
jeez.
Imagine a
fucking
lab
phrase
coat.
that in the
Wow.
most fucking worst
A lab
way.
coat.
No. Not with the cocky voice that I
It
just
sounded
used.
pretty cocky
Yeah.
when you said it.
But
Like,
anything Billy says is cocky. You know
like
what I mean?
first thing he says, hasn't
Out
seen
of
each
his
other
mouth,
in
it's
6
just
months, and he's like,
No, 'cause I was like-
no hi Billy, just
I was like,
I'm a
how's work,
scientist,
man?
bro.
How's work? And he's like, well, he didn't.
Shit.
Close quotes, and then open them a little bit later, and then I was gonna... No. But literally, man's working with his degree. You are fully into your work now. It's been 2 years of the grind.
Very deep.
How many? You've been in several jobs going up and up. I don't know how the finance world works.
I'm not in anything remotely close to finance, Billy. But
He's in Johnson
good to
and
see you know
Johnson,
him,
so
dude.
he's
Bro,
he's
I
aiming-
quit,
close,
I quit.
like,
he was in Johnson and Johnson, so he was basically killing.
I was like,
Isn't it
big
good that I
pharma
don't
is-
base my friendships on these things?
Exactly, you know, you don't care about what
Nerov's
I
actually
do,
a
how
horrible
successful I
person
am.
with
You
a
just
nice
care
smile.
about my friendship.
Can I sleep
towards
on
you.
your couch if things go bad?
Exactly.
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 That's
Can I
quite
sleep?
literally. That's
Will
one
you
thing.
let me in?
To my house.
Yeah.
I'm
You
fine.
would.
I
You are
like
a
you.
fucking write-off. You're so aggressive. I feel like I
I'm
would be
actually
accepted
changed.
because most parents like me.
I've actually, my parents ask about my friends a lot, and
What you say? That's so
I've
sad.
mentioned, like I talk about everyone, and
Exactly.
like sometimes, occasionally, I don't know why, but you've come up, and I've
Wow.
always been like, how do I explain Yoshi to my parents? Like, how do I actually? What do I say? What is a way
'Cause
to
on
explain
paper-
Yoshi to my parents? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is there like a positive like for brown parents like friendly version to explain to Yoshi.
Yeah. So what did
For
you say
Yoshi.
to your parents like, if you had to?
I was like, imagine those guys who really try pretty hard to be black.
You don't say that.
Yeah.
I
You don't
actually
say
swear my
that.
life. I said that to my dad.
Oh,
You
yeah.
said
Oh,
like-
to be fair, his dad.
Yeah,
would
my
have
dad
some
is
religion,
pretty
yes, yeah.
And he
White,
understood that.
Yeah,
What?
he was
He's,
like,
he's like pretty bogan.
he's
Not bogan,
pretty-
like
pretty
the English
white,
version of it.
like
yeah.
pretty westernized.
Is that white?
Yeah.
No, well, he's pretty fair, but he's not white. No, he's fucking brown, obviously.
He ain't like he
Jesus
ain't dark skin.
Christ.
He ain't dark skin like us.
Hey
We
man.
dark skin. We dark skin.
Yeah, you're an outlier. You know that.
In what way?
You're really light skin.
True that. Jesus.
This is a podcast for minorities. I've always said that. I've absolutely always said that. But nah, where was I going anyways? The beauty of editing as well. That's what I realized in that first episode as well. Didn't know how to edit at all. We left in a lot of stuff. Well, I left in a lot of stuff that I thought people would care about. Holy fuck.
It was
There's a
pretty
lot of
unfiltered,
dross.
actually.
Yeah,
It was
very
a long
unfiltered.
episode,
I didn't mind it. I like a raw. Pause.
Yeah, and then I remember, but the thing is, you learn how to edit and everything. The audio quality. Did you just say you like it raw?
No.
Jesus.
Instead of celebrating something else, we'll commemorate what's happened so far. I've never mentioned numbers before, but we'll do it. There's over 50 audio episodes. And there's over 30 video episodes out on YouTube, Spotify and Apple, everywhere else, everywhere you want it to be. Over 30 video eps on YouTube. With over 5,000 downloads, so many broken posters as well. This is ridiculous. This guy keeps
2 locations as well.
3 locations if we're
Really?
talking upstairs, downstairs sort of
Oh,
situations.
yeah, true.
3 locations, thousands more views on YouTube. Not necessarily ways of monetizing this alone from YouTube because of the discourse and language I've chosen, but I don't regret that whatsoever, you know, because I think that's what I want to be putting out there versus trying to get money instantly through YouTube, right? I'm actually my mum. Fuck it. Yeah. She asked yesterday night. I don't know. You know what? I don't know why she has to start the conversation all the time about the pod and that, right? But it's just happened this way so far, right?
Do you
Anyways,
bring it up with her?
I should, but anyways, I should keep going. She was like, "Oh yeah, do you do this for enjoyment?" Maybe I get salty, but anyways, yeah. So she said, "Do you do this for enjoyment?" And maybe I usually hear that as, "Do you not think it's good enough?" or something. But yesterday I was in a good mood or something, right? So she was like, "Do you do this for enjoyment?" I was like, "Yeah, definitely, I enjoy it." Ideally, somewhere in the line, I would be like, if this could be enjoyment and working, incredible. But so far, it's been very just enjoyment, you know? Like, I kind of do it when I want, kind of put it up. And then I was like, look, even saying it out loud to my mum, because she was like, oh, yeah, fair enough. As long as you enjoy it, that'll be a way. And then I literally said, I was like, well, I still don't know what I'm going to do, right? Like, I still don't know how it works. But I'm like, look, I've also, in terms of numbers, I've received hundreds of dollars. Oh, your money. No. I've received thousands from like you know, from some
Patreon.
loyal Patreon followers, you know. So if I keep growing that, there's money there. Hopefully sustainable eventually in the future if I keep going. But yeah,
Well, you're
numbers.
young and you
That
can,
felt
you can take the
disgusting
risk.
saying the numbers. Honestly, I won't do that for
I bet it
whole
felt
season.
good, like looking back at everything. You know, when you first started and you were like, "Yeah, this is what I'm gonna do for a while." Like, this is
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you
yeah.
picked it up.
Murder.
I think you picked it up as like a hobby, right?
Yeah.
And then you're
yeah,
saying
yeah.
to us like, "Oh yeah, it's just something where I can have a
Big dreams very early.
You're like,
yeah.
I want. It's just something I want to have
You
a
were
conversation
consistent.
with my friends with, like for, and then blah blah blah,
Yeah.
and then like a year later or however long it's been, fucking
yeah.
50 episodes or
Well,
whatever
you
you
stuck
said,
to
all
it.
those fucking numbers. Like, yeah, you don't like
Proud of you,
talking about
man.
it in your mind, but like
Yeah.
Made me
in
cry.
general, it's pretty fucking good that you stuck to it and you've done it and you've
Yeah.
been consistent-ish with it.
That's what I mean. Yeah, exactly. Sticking with it as in like, because I wouldn't throw it away.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, and it's a skill. End of the day, it's a skill. You don't throw away these things when you start learning a skill. I don't want to promote that bullshit, but it's also like, yeah, sticking with it also constitutes consistency.
Bro, it's so hard to be consistent with anything. Like
Anything!
when you actually get there, when you
Anything!
and you know, there's this thing that I saw. It's like a 22-day test. Like, if you do something for 22 days straight, that's when
It's 3
you're
weeks.
okay, and
It's
then
like sex.
3 weeks. Yeah,
It's 3
that's when
weeks.
it's set, and that's when it starts happening. But
Yeah.
those first 22 days are so hard in actually building a
Yeah.
routine. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like you with podcasting, like Yoshi with gym. I assume it was the same thing. Like fucking when you first started, it was
No,
probably
that
hard
was
to be.
that was just
Cons-
it was just
or Shaz with
He
like.
probably got bullied
DJing,
22
right?
days straight, and he's like, I got fucking changed right now.
But you know what I mean? Like, it's just the consistency is like the fucking hardest thing that you can actually do.
Bit hot? Did you wear a
Just
white
fucking
beater?
take it off.
Take it off if you want. Take it off if you want to be
He
that
was
cunt.
waiting for
They've
that.
seen the fit. Like you don't need to keep showing
you
them.
asked to do this, and you're pretending that you didn't want to do this.
No, I'm asking if you.
Look up, it's Balotelli, baby. You can be that guy. Take it off, man. Hundreds of dollars now. Oh yeah, barely any comments despite me changing my vocab. I keep saying put it in the comments now for some reason. So keep doing, start doing that. You know, even if it's talking smack on your anon accounts. It feels
Sometimes I don't know what you're saying though.
that is true. I
Like,
feel like
it
it's
doesn't
sometimes
make
it's
sense.
very neat. I'm not you. I say things that make sense, but it's very niche.
It's very
so
niche.
it's hard to comment on. I get that. I
Yeah.
get that. But even just talk. Say
I'll say something.
what you say is random stuff. You know.
I say random stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's all about that anyway. I don't
that's
care.
not fair.
Anyways, it fuels me, and after all that, I finally have some idea of what's going on. We used to say lamp camera actions here. I've watched that.
Bro, what?
Lamp
There
cameras
was a play
action.
on lights, camera action, but lamp because we use the lamp.
Yeah.
maybe.
Very
Got it,
good.
got
My
it.
guy Narav is there, but he's breaking my poster. What's his
What's-
name?
Yeah,
Okay, wait.
I don't
It's
get
a
it.
proper
I don't get it.
blue tack on it.
Is
man.
it lights,
It's
camera,
like
action?
green
Yellow
tack, bro.
yellow tag.
I didn't know
And-
ones are funny.
I
Only he would remember it.
Did you say that the first episode?
Lamp cameras action. Did I?
I hope you.
That's
don't
what I
think I
thought
did.
this. Okay, never mind.
I don't think I did. I just
Keep
It used to be like that, but now it's lights, baby. We got lights. Finally, man's got lights.
I like the lamp.
Corner
It's
lamp.
Nostalgic.
What do you think about the corner lamp?
I
It's a
actually
good
like it.
addition.
Mood.
That's a mood.
Shaz made
I
me
like
more
the color
comfortable.
as well. It
Made
doesn't
me more
really
comfortable.
project
Initially-
its light to the rest of the room, but it's,
That was
it's very
my-
much
that-
just
Or
this
you
corner.
could just
Why-
line up the table with lights.
Why are you picking at my little insecurities like that? That was the first lamp I bought. When I turned on the camera and looked at it, I was like, this ain't doing shit.
It's just like it's a bit of a pussy lamp, isn't it? It's
What
just-
the?
I like the
It's
lamp,
just in
man.
the corner. Like
Yeah,
where's the blue? in the
Wait,
rest
as
of
It
the
in-
room?
resembles you.
Like
as
if
in
I
like-
just sit here, it's like you don't even notice.
Then don't sit there.
Good point. Touche.
But we're saying pussy lamp as in it gets pussy, as in like aesthetic lighting, or not good
Nah,
lamp?
Bit of
nah.
a little bitch.
Yeah.
Really?
Sorry, man.
Sorry, man.
I wanted to help you there.
Oh, okay.
Hey, that's
now
fire.
it's a pussy
That's
lamp.
fine.
That's incorrect. That took too long. I was having one click from over here. It worked. Making the screen. I had to go real close. With
See, that color means this is not it.
that's not it, Narav. Start again. That's a mood lamp.
Alright, so when you're in the mood, do
We
you
all
like
agree,
bring it
that's
closer
correct.
to your bed?
Shut the fuck up. You talk too much sometimes.
You should get like a buzzer, you know?
Now, can I please change this?
Do you
back?
think that you're
Give it a
ever
season.
too feminine in a relationship and that's why girls leave you?
I actually in the last relationship I had, the girl didn't leave me. But you would know something about that, wouldn't you?
Ah! Woof!
Did she cheat on you?
Why'd
When you
do
said
that?
bring bombshells,
Yeah, bring bombshells. That's a bombshell. I'll cut it off.
He
with
said
like,
from the very start, we're
Yeah.
gonna expose Narav's trauma.
Yeah, no,
And he didn't lie.
Yeah, he didn't lie at all.
Not one lie.
man
was
man
told.
delivered.
Hey,
Man was like,
I keep my
signing that to
promises.
himself.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
yeah,
can I
but
say?
Anyways, that's enough of the fucking number shit. Anyways, and enough of that as well, please. Yeah. It's ridiculous. Look, shit's changed. Shit's changed. It used to be
TLDR.
really unfiltered stuff that you didn't really care about. Now I can edit. You'll hear 2 bleeps. It'll be seamless. You guys won't even fucking realize, yeah? It'll be seamless, and you won't know. But yeah, it's been the same characters are here though. You know that's why it's important. Firstly, you would have heard it's Narav here. We've exposed a few things. Maybe we haven't. It's my guy Narav. It's my guy. Yeah, for Patreon, you'll understand. Definitely, I'll release that. You've seen this guy before. He's been an absolute menace. He comes on brand at least every single episode. It's man like Yoshika, YG400 on the episode.
Call me.
Okay.
Why?
And day one killer Ace, Shaz, Shailene, all the good stuff, baby, is here as well. Yeah, I TLDR this real hard because Jesus Christ, we were making like so many subliminal jokes in that first one as well.
Yeah.
I didn't realize half the time you wouldn't really get the fact that we were talking about your long distance ex. That was,
I feel like we could explain it, but it's the
We
fact that we
can.
went straight into it. with
Yeah.
not really
And
But
that's
this
what
is
I
all
wanna do,
learnings,
yeah.
you know. That was
Well,
the
we can
first
explain.
step.
Yeah, we'll explain more things if we bring them up. If you're gonna bring up some crazy shit,
Context.
you better make sure we can explain it. I don't think he wants to explain that shit. You cunt.
I'm down
Oh
for
yeah,
anything.
you can't.
I'm an open guy.
Maybe we'll see. Yeah, maybe we'll see. But yeah,
That wasn't the bombshell though.
that wasn't the
You
bombshell.
brought another bombshell.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah. Anyways,
And it's probably the reason why I'm pretty angry these days.
but yeah. That's the intro. Fucking now.
Just ignore me.
That's. It's been 2 seasons.
I'm okay, guys. Don't worry.
It's been what? We've been stuck in. That first episode was 2 years ago at the start of something that kept us inside for 2 years, you know? We had different thoughts and ideas on the thing. I don't want to mention it too much because it gets me shadow banned. I don't want to mention that too much either. But yeah, it was a virus that kept us indoors for a while. Yeah, we were locked up, baby. We're in New South Wales. We've been opened up now. What we think? People are getting vaccinated. That means that even if another outbreak comes, shit should be, you know, seamless now. So I think it's safe to say, am I jinxing anything now?
Definitely.
That we're kind of opened out of this? We're kind of moving on from...
I don't think.
Can I weigh in here for a second?
Okay. Scientist.
If there's another outbreak, it's probably going to be a different variant of
So booster?
coronavirus.
Booster shots?
The existing vaccines we have gotten are for the first variant that we got way back in 2020,
Yeah.
and it's somewhat effective against the Delta variant as well.
But then if there's more and more...
But then if
you
they
have to
if the
making
virus
more.
keeps mutating, you just have to make vaccines adaptable to those.
The problem I saw was that I was looking at the news the other day and watching the news the other day, and the UK is like one of the highest vaccinated countries in the world, right?
Yeah.
And it
Is
was
it?
like, yeah, like because they started getting the vaccine pretty early on because of how much they were struggling with with COVID, and so they continued. So their population vaccination rates are pretty high.
Yeah.
Despite that, I was looking at it the other day, and there were like ridiculous amounts of deaths every day.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Damn.
this isn't over, right? It can't be over if
Well, yeah,
their
it's-
vaccination rate is that high. People are going out all the time, and their death rate is still that high. Like, what the fuck?
I hate to be that
Crazy.
guy, but we're not completely out of the woods.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We'll get to a sense of normalcy, but
Interesting.
But it's okay because no one's actually gonna think about that. Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing right now? Thinking about we can't go out because I'm scared about coronavirus.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, exactly.
we're so like.
I'm thinking about that Squid Game doll, man. I want to go and see it.
True.
It's one of them, like... surely general society's kind of like... I got my 2 shots, baby.
That's the
if
thing.
they
Yeah,
introduce
exactly.
a third one, I'm not going to be so fucking pessimistic. I'm going to get that cunt.
But we all are. Like,
Language,
we can talk about
exactly,
it as much
do you
as
get
we
me?
want.
for the
Those
immediate
first two,
future,
yeah.
I'm optimistic.
Do you get me? As in, like, for the future, as in, we'll be able to deal with it quicker. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Can I
Yeah.
say that?
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
be out at a fucking party and think to myself, "Oh shit, there's so many people here. It's so crowded. Like,
Yeah.
fuck, we're gonna get COVID or some other variant."
Yeah.
Like, no one thinks
You
like
think
that.
for yourself in that sense, like, okay, I've got my 2 shots. I'm willing to get my 3rd and 4th, whatever happens.
Yeah.
So it's not your first 2 anymore. Do you get me?
Yeah, like that being said,
in that case.
we do have the medical infrastructure now
Yeah.
to if there are
Because this is
further
happening, because
outbreaks,
this has happened.
we can get a booster or a different vaccine
yeah.
deployed,
Yeah.
assuming our government.
I guess that's the smart answer now.
Commemorate.
That's the smart answer for sure.
I don't know. You let me know.
When we go clubbing, I'm gonna see hella people then.
We're such a I feel like Australians are such an active population. Like,
Yeah.
fucking, I feel like it hit us harder than it hit a lot of other countries.
What do you mean by that though? As in, I don't
just
even
because-
understand. As in, because we move around.
Just because of the fact that like
We're so busy.
we always want to do stuff. Like, everyone here is always like ready to go out or want
Yeah.
to do stuff. Like, weather's good. Like, it's just the general culture of the
Yeah,
population is
sure.
like go out and see your friends, be social
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Obviously,
Yeah,
that's the
sure.
case in other
It's
countries.
not an indoorsy kind of lifestyle.
Exactly, it's not an indoorsy life, right? So like the fact that fucking as soon as it was announced that after 70% would be okay and like
Yeah.
lockdown would be lifted, bars were fucking booked out for weeks and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Shit like that.
But looking
Like,
at whoop whoop in Chatswood, we're like, no one else is here.
we're trying to organize a trip like fucking 3 hours away because we can't find anything else.
That's true.
Do you remember like that brief window when we hit like 0 cases this year, and there were like lines outside bars at like 6
Fuck
p.m.
Yeah, I was like
you
8
know what?
p.m.
I can't
Yeah,
forget
yeah,
that.
yeah. It was fuck. Like I've
was-
never seen that many
yeah.
people.
But I feel like it felt different at that time. I didn't feel finished at that time. Do you get me? I feel like now it feels slightly more safe.
I disagree.
It's
I-
not.
I-
It's not safe. It's not finished. I'm using the wrong words. Maybe I don't know. Just to fucking.
You see
play
how
the
Shaz
side.
used infrastructure really well there? Like, that's a big word,
Yeah. Go on.
and you don't use those words well.
Okay. I said finished. You know? That's you right now. You're finished, cunt. Turn off
You
this
use
mic.
that pretty well.
Turn it around towards Shaz. You're fucking off the app, cunt. This is ridiculous. Shambles. Killing. Oh my goodness. What was I even fucking saying? That's what I hate about myself.
You're
I get
saying the
so
last-
salty, I get moved completely onto a different subject because you put me there. What were we talking about?
How the last lockdown you didn't feel as...
I didn't feel safe, but yeah, okay, you know what? In honesty, I do get what you mean. Like, we're definitely not... We're ignorant. Hey, ignorance is bliss, correct? I think if
yeah.
you've got your 2 shots, you've been told that's correct.
Yeah.
If we're listening to the government this whole time, everything should be okay right now.
Yeah, but
right now,
what
today,
more can we do?
news.
We're not fucking medical experts.
That's what I'm
except for
saying.
Shalene,
I'm
but-
not.
But in general, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Closest
what can we
one.
do apart from listen to what we're told? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
There's nothing else we can do.
Yeah,
media,
exactly.
The media is being manipulated.
Yeah, so what are you going to do? Stay at home and do nothing? Why are you here right now then?
Why are you having a go
Why
at
you-
me, man?
Because you're the one who's like,
I
oh,
just said
the media's manipulating
Yeah, I
us.
just say it's manipulated. I didn't say I don't listen to it. Do we have anti-vax mates?
Oh,
I don't actually.
on my car Instagram like page, this anti-vaxxer follows me, and I follow him, but I didn't know he was anti-vaxxer until like he started putting anti-vax propaganda on his like stories, right? But I didn't unfollow him because I want to see what the other side
Yeah,
lives
of
like.
course.
You know what I mean?
I got a mate from the gym who's anti-vax. And
Yeah, the fucking protests happened.
Yeah, protests happened. Yeah, I mean, opinions on that, I don't really need... I feel like... That's the good thing about it. Like, these cunts will go and, like...
They
do you
achieve nothing. They achieve
it's
nothing
happened.
out of these protests. I'm not saying don't support something.
I'm a very big supporter of time, even though that's like the worst answer to everything. Do you get me?
I think at the very least, it kind of fed the freedom fighter personalities that people conjure up for themselves.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Do you know what I
as well.
mean?
Like,
It's just like
people.
Well, like, validate
a lot of those
themselves.
people probably didn't actually have opinions on, you know, the
Well,
vaccine
yeah,
itself, but it's just
exactly.
the fact that they want to
stand up to the man.
Yeah.
Stand up to exactly.
That's
Like, we're the little guy, so let's just do something. a bit-
exactly. I think that really fed into the desire.
to be
But
fair,
you see that so much nowadays in like so many ways. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
it's-
they were very TWG, to be fair. They were very on brand. They, you know, fought a big cause, and I'm like, interesting. That's why, yeah, when you said you had people on your social media that were anti-vax, same, but I didn't unfollow them either. Do you get me?
Yeah,
I just kind of
exactly.
like wanted to understand their point of view.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
it was interesting. It's just like, it's definitely feeding into, oh, they're against us in some sort of way. Do you get
Yeah.
us? And I'm like,
the most entertaining thing about this, like stories and stuff like that, is they like to take words and like flip them around. Like
Yeah.
vaccine becomes quackscene. Have you seen?
what the hell is quacksing?
Like,
Quackscene.
if a doctor is like a shit doctor, you call him a quack in like olden times.
seriously?
So it's like a quack scene.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
I haven't actually heard that, but that's classic. That's a classic
It's
cliche.
full of stuff like
Put
that.
it on a
Like
fucking
Dictator
poster.
Dan is
Oh,
another
yeah, I've
one.
heard that one.
You've
I've
heard that
heard
one?
Dictator
Okay.
Dan.
We also have quotes from the first episode as well that I'll sprinkle in here and there just in case, you know. I don't know why I haven't started doing that because you killed the episode so many times that I could have just like saved it with the quote. But we'll move. I'll start now. I want to talk about lockdown though, yeah? We've all come out of it. This isn't gonna be some fucking hero segment where like, holy shit, I saved a specific type of cancer in lockdown in 2 years. But don't take too much of what I'm gonna say as like, you know, momentum. Just take it as, you know, we're comfy here, right? In lockdown, I kind of caught myself in big spells of doing fucking nothing, and I'm like, you know, I've done this before, but it's also like, since it's more day to day, you don't feel it as much. Do you get me? But in lockdown, it felt like week to week sometimes. Everything merged, and I was like, holy fuck, a whole week of nothing, you know? I was like, I mean, you'd go to work, it's very in the motions, and you'd be like, okay, I did the bare minimum for like a week and a half or something, do you get me? And then then like, the worst thing is like catching yourself and be like, Jesus Christ, I'm fucking salty about that as well, do you get me? And, you guys kind of already know me. I kind of like to just live my life as it fucking comes. I'll be like, okay, I'll do with this now versus planning. I mean, eventually I'll get better at that as well, but you know, I'll get better. But yeah, doing nothing, and like I used to be like ever present, but in lockdown I got salty because I was doing nothing. Is that something that you guys ever felt here and there when you'd like look at inspiration? You can take it down if you want, or you could keep sticking it up. It's one of the options. But literally, yeah, that's it. Yeah. Did you ever feel these situations where you're like, damn it, I am fucking pissed off that cunts are feeling. No, not even salty at anyone else. Maybe just salty at yourself, you know?
Bro, I feel like the days just went so slow that I just felt bad if I didn't do anything. So I feel like I had an opposite thing where, like, you have so much time to yourself that it's just like, if you don't do anything, you're gonna exactly like what you said. You actually hate yourself. You're just like
Low key, man. There
what
were
are you
moments where I was like,
fucking
dude,
doing?
and I love myself. Everyone knows me as that. Who the fuck is this guy? You know. But I just
Yeah.
like stick with it, and people will learn that's just me. Yeah. But in lockdown, oh my days, I was just like, dude, you can't act like this if you ain't doing shit. You know, like
Yeah.
literally, you'd catch yourself. Well, I'd catch myself. Sorry, just doing nothing. I remember like the worst moment. Oh my fucking days! I just remember seeing like maybe a dude from like 3 years younger than me, like in Cherrybrook, I think, right? He would be maybe just straight out of high school now. I don't know. I don't even know. It must have come in like the Instagram suggested
Yeah.
feed or something.
yeah.
Man had nice looking legs, and I was like, fuck this guy working out.
Huh?
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Fuck this guy for having.
That's
good
what.
legs.
Yeah, I was
What?
like, no, that's what I mean. And I was like.
Is that me?
Whoa. No, that's when I realized that was my bare bottom, you know, the bottom of the barrel. I was like, Jesus Christ, man, work on yourself more, do some things here and there just to make sure you're not a salty cunt. But yeah, that's my hot take from lockdown. Basically, I realize I can be a cunt. I mean, most people can be cunts.
So as in you were like jealous.
You were jealous.
You're jealous of people who were doing-
I'm not jealous as in like long term.
As in you're not a
I
jealous
need to
person,
be,
but you would-
yeah, exactly. You feel jealous.
Yeah. Okay.
For no, I don't think I've ever been a jealous person. Honestly, even though that sounds fucking terrible. Like everyone's jealous. Everyone has jealous times, right? But that was when I felt like these yucky emotions, you know.
Just
Were
'cause you
you?
couldn't do
Did you
anything.
feel those emotions during lockdown, or am I on like on a blue moon somewhere? You know.
I get that, but like lockdown was so, like fuck it, it was so shit. But the one thing about it is that like we all knew that everyone was in it together, and
Yeah.
it's the fact that you can take solace from the fact. You can take solace from the fact that like 90% of people aren't doing shit, right?
Yeah.
Like everyone else is doing nothing as well, apart
if-
from maybe a select few who are super
I was kind
motivated
of
or extra
grateful for
motivated.
lockdown.
Yeah.
Because I was just too busy. But the problem was that I was so busy I couldn't do the stuff I enjoyed. So it kind of made me pissed.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like that was what I thought about the first lockdown, was that okay, it was good that it happened, like I feel more comfortable in myself and like being by myself, because I don't like being by myself generally, like I like being with people, but it was like the first time I was like, oh yeah,
Take it off.
You want to take it off?
it was the first time I was like, yeah,
Man.
this is okay,
Pain.
Well, then try to stick it back on.
Was that hard in your
it's gonna come off
Was that
again.
hard?
Anyways, I hate this app. Okay. Nah. I love my
Celebration, what are you talking
Exactly. To be fair, it's nice, and you know, I don't know what you guys are doing after this. So, yeah, he's dressed to party, baby. So
Yeah, you going out tonight or something?
about? No, fuck no. I was coming here to piss Billy off. That's why I dressed like this.
correct. Mission accomplished. As in, absolutely. But yeah, no, I mean, that's maybe as real as it gets. I mean, did you guys find any nice, juicy hobbies out of nowhere, or did you find any unique traits or even negative things about lockdown when you came out? Now that we're out, sort of thing. Not out. Let's be ignorant for a bit. But do you get me? Like now that we're
No, we
back
can stay
out.
out.
Yeah.
No, you can
Right,
say
well,
that.
Now that we're backed out. But
No,
anything
it's as Nirav said, like you learn
it doesn't have to be big. Doesn't have to be small.
No, it's
yeah.
as Nirav said, you learn to enjoy being with yourself a bit more. Like all
Goes
that-
up and down. I reckon.
Yeah, it goes up and
yeah,
down.
yeah.
Like you're pissed off and like, oh, I'm sucking myself. What do I do? I'm doing the same thing every day.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you understand what traits about yourself aren't actually that great. And you
Yeah,
become
that definitely.
a lot
for
more
sure.
self-aware of who you are, and you
Yeah.
start thinking, and it's like, fuck, maybe I was a shit person.
Yeah,
Maybe
no,
I
that
got
is
toned down
true.
a bit.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
Yoshi is a bit too much.
That was definitely what it was the first
Yeah.
time for me. Like the couple months, or it was a short lockdown the first time, right?
Yeah.
Shorter, yeah.
The
Shorter-
way it
shorter-ish.
happened was why it kind of fucked with people as well, because you
Yeah.
get opened up,
You get open and then
locked
you
down
go back again.
Yeah,
And that's just the second time hit hard for me. Like it was pretty.
I'm more of the
It
same.
was pretty shit. Like,
Yeah.
and you try and be positive about it. You hear people trying to be positive. It is what it is, and
Yeah,
say
yeah,
shit like
yeah,
that.
all
But
that stuff.
in
Second one was-
reality, it
second one
was
was long.
fucking awful.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
And like I'm not saying you guys had it any better or anything, but like
yeah.
at least you guys got to like you were within that 5K of each other. Like you're pretty close with
That's
other
right,
people.
yeah.
And like you guys had it, like you guys were able to see each other after a while. I
yeah.
fucking saw no one for 4 months, bro. Like,
Oh no, it's
that's
more of the same.
shit. Yeah, exactly. You know how it feels. Like
crazy.
you actually don't see anyone apart from your family for 4 months. And,
Like
like,
sick of these set 3 people.
holy shit, exactly. Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. For
Shit,
sure.
yeah.
Love them to
Like,
death.
I love them, and like the first couple, like the first month was okay. It's like, oh, okay, I feel like a bit closer
Yeah.
with my
Yeah,
fam.
yeah.
But then
Go
it was
play
like,
board games and
Are you
stuff.
I know, right? Fucking hell.
You
There's only
play
so
some
many
lockdown
times I can play
cards
fucking
and
Cluedo, man.
My whole family loves gambling, bro. They put $50 in each time, and I'm like, hell yeah. So I was like, look, game's not to fun, and then we're just like,
Yeah.
fuck this, bro. Like, fuck this.
My
I can't
sister want to
even do
fucking
this.
play Uno every single time. It's like Uno, there's not even anything to it. You just fucking put a goddamn
I
card
read
down
the
every
first
time.
couple times. Yeah, let's play 100%. And then second, like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Don't fucking say Uno to me.
So we've got TWG. The first time we actually talked about everything, you know, and like stuff that was happening around the world. Maybe because a lot was happening around the world in that first episode. And I'll bring it up in this first quote, alright? So look, you know what? No, I'll start off nice and light because this is what we were doing, what I was doing specifically. Maybe you'll find this funny. I found this specifically funny. So look, starting off nice and light.
What the worst thing is, like, look, I'm trying to be a physiotherapist in the end of the day, end of the fucking whose day, I don't know.
I mean,
But-
he says not 24 hours.
What
eh?
made me realize
In reply to my situation in uni 2 years ago, after I described it as something I'd like to do at the end of the day, Yoshi replied, I mean, this day's not 24 hours. Know what I'm saying? Do you not?
I don't remember that.
Comedy one. That was a comedy one.
I
Fine.
don't think I understood that.
Yeah, wait,
So
can you
that,
can you read that?
Do you not remember?
Say it again, cut that
this
out.
day's.
Are you saying that word for word? Or?
Let's cut that out. Hey, first one was nice and light. Yoshi said some screamers in this one, so I'm fine with that. So look, the second. Okay, you know what? The second quote. Because I'll get it out because 2 quotes now. Because the first one didn't land whatsoever.
I just didn't understand it. That's all.
Yeah,
It went over
I
my
enjoyed
head.
that line from you though, and no,
But
I
explain.
He
Alright,
didn't even
never
enjoy
mind.
the line.
Okay, because you know how I said at the end of the day, I remember at the time I was being like, oh yeah, I wanted to, you know, do uni, but it wasn't one of my main priorities, right?
Yeah.
So I was acting as if I could juggle all these bullshit
Yeah,
things,
yeah.
easy peasy.
That was a good line.
So I was like, oh yeah, end of the day, you know, I want to also do uni, and then he's like,
okay,
and then
yeah.
out of the corner of his mouth, because it wasn't even direct to the mic, I could him to Narab, he's like, this day's not got 24 hours, know what I'm saying?
That was pretty funny.
And then very good from you guys. I like that. You guys have rehearsed, and I like that. That sounded
No, it's
almost
Yeah, it was
authentic.
like in sync, that laugh.
That's it, yeah. That was authentic. I was like, this guy's lying to me straight to my fucking face. That's
I
crazy.
lied, I understood it the first time, it just wasn't fucking funny.
Oh, okay. It's a good fake laugh then.
I was like, that's
pretty
that's
convincing.
good. That I'm actually pissed off. How many times do you use that shit?
Yeah.
What the fuck. Anyway, second quote was,
But no, honestly, speaking of population control, 1.3 billion people potentially have coronavirus. What
Is that what it is?
No, that's just their whole population.
I said 1.3 billion people potentially have coronavirus, and that was literally meant to be a crude Chinese joke at the time. But actually, it was huge
This is
foresight.
probably right.
Foresight from me. Can we say that?
That's fine.
That's
How
pretty
many
right,
people? How many people got coronavirus in the end? Everybody.
Still probably
At
like
least a
1.3
quarter.
billion.
Everybody got that shit.
And
Like,
like,
Did we pick up on that the first time you said it?
What do you mean? Oh, no,
Or
you
were like,
started
I thought you
cracking
just
up.
used the
No,
random
you
number.
started like,
Okay.
no, because you were like, really? And then I was like, no, that's the whole population. So that's what I said. So it was meant to be a crude joke, but it's actually what happened, correct?
It's a window into the future.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. But yeah, and look, also what we did is we talked about trending topics. So COVID was one thing. A trending topic today, this is going back and forth, but you know, season 3 will hopefully be a nice version of season 2 ending. Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm trying to prove myself to these cunts. I don't know what I'm doing. They're looking at me like, dude, just fucking go.
How did the season work? Sorry, so like when does the season start and the season end?
So from like next week onwards, I've just got. Oh, in terms of actual seasons, beats me.
Beats
Beats me. Beats me. You think it's 10 episodes per season?
I thought it was
just
like,
freeze.
is this a cliffhanger to end the season or some
No,
shit?
this is
And-
more of like a first season ending. I remember it's because I moved to Seven Hills.
Okay,
and I
that's-
started,
see, that
I
makes
started
sense. That
camera
makes
and I
sense.
started the camera videos, right? Camera videos.
Camera.
And then like the video webs. And then this one is because, you know, I'm starting actually like the survey thing, right? So I'm sending it out to just randos. And then I'm getting logged in
So
episodes
what
via my
separates the
thing.
seasons is like a stage of improvement in
Yeah.
the production quality or like topics. or
Yeah.
something like that.
Exactly
That
that.
was
Exactly that.
That's
Thank
good.
you. Thank you.
Just the
thank
way
you.
you explained that was very
Yeah.
good.
Thanks, Ross.
So good.
So do we expect strippers next season?
Hopefully. Okay, I'll go to the third quote now. So, this one was a huge one actually. My thing was, I was like, so coronavirus. I was like, what do you think?
This is my favorite one.
And then Yoshi's like, do you remember what you said, or should I try
Yeah,
and?
just say it, I don't know.
No.
It was
What
weird
were we
because-
saying just then? But no,
No,
seriously.
coronavirus. I think
Coronavirus.
it's
Let's go over that. What do you think about that?
I think
Yeah.
it's a huge misconception. So
I think it's a huge misconception. We were 2 weeks into the COVID.
Wasn't
2
he
weeks
going
in.
on about conspiracy theories and shit?
Bro, same symptoms as the flu. Why wouldn't you help someone having a heart attack on the floor? That's what we were saying at the time.
I remember.
And I remember, look, everything else we said was kind of valid because it was at the time as well. We were kind of like,
Yeah.
look,
It was just
it
starting.
was very race.
Specific.
Yeah, at the beginning.
Yeah, it
So-
still is, but in America.
Nah,
in
maybe in America, but America are kind of stupid as well. Do you get me? I just feel like they actually believe their media a lot more. I feel like we can watch 7 News and be like, this is funny, you know. Sometimes like I've heard 7 News like theme music on TikTok. That means it's been memed already, you know. It's already been memed, so that's fine. Anyways, I've mentioned the third quote.
Are you talking like a healthy like distrust of media in Australia? Is that
I
what you're
feel
trying?
like
Is that right?
maybe-
I think we're aware of it.
Yeah, like
I just feel
Because
like
America's
maybe that's
very
just
right.
there's a spectrum, right? There's like
Yeah.
blind acceptance, and then there's
Yeah.
just like complete like.
There's like I'll watch the news
Refuting.
for the weather sometimes, but what the fuck's Tracy Grimshaw talking about now? You know, as in like it's that sort of
Yeah,
thing.
but we're talking about our circles here, right? Like
That's what
then
I-
again,
I-
we
I
got all
realised
the
I was
people
being
who are
oblivious as
protesting,
well.
and they
Yeah.
obviously think this exact
But like I
opposite.
know the older population watches news,
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
and like my parents don't even like necessarily believe in half the like opinions, more than half the opinions coming out of like, you know, all the anti-vaxxers that get the 7:30 spot now. Do you get me? Because they're
Yeah.
on news. They will just still watch it, you know, because I guess it's just the thing that they're watching at the time.
Well, I
don't know.
watch news like just before dinner every day, and it's like it's just a source of information for me, like just an understanding of what's happening around the world. But it's not like I form an opinion based on what they're saying.
Exactly
That's
that.
It's just
yeah,
oh,
yeah, yeah.
It's just
exactly.
happening
It's
in
just there.
Afghanistan, so I'm aware of it now.
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
This
yeah.
is what
It's
the
exactly
COVID
that.
situation is.
Yeah. And plus, yeah, like I want to do for season 3 and just do more often because we talk about real life stuff, but I want to talk about topics that are coming up.
Yeah.
We can see more about news on fucking Twitter anyways. Do you get me? And then you can actually, I mean, not actually form an opinion either. No way. You can see different people's opinions on it, and that kind of helps as well. Whereas the news is like, it's pretending to be the fucking almighty, but it's just not, you know?
I
Does
think
that make sense?
when
Go on.
I like get my news from social media, it lets me like see less of the narrative that the media is trying to push.
Thank you.
Because
Yeah, yeah,
video
yeah, yeah,
does,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah, they've chosen what they want to
you
put
should
out.
be aware of it.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like you can express emotion in like video as well,
Exactly.
and so like that sways you to
Exactly. It's kind of like pushing you towards an opinion. Not
Well,
pushing,
They're good at
Whereas,
their job.
like,
They're good at
on-
their job.
suggesting an opinion.
Whereas
Like
if you
colours,
read something, it's like very.
Sounds, lighting. Yeah.
Those are the
Yeah.
elements of yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Whereas like when you're reading something, it's just very objective.
Yeah,
and you
it's
inform
more
your
so-
own
Yeah.
habits.
It's like
And
those
then-
pit bulls on the fucking news. You see them all the time, and you get like 1 minute like camera footage of like the fucking what is it, like some pit bull mauling something?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then,
yeah,
like,
yeah. And,
And then like at the end, like Tracy's being like, I don't know if I would own
Yeah,
a
but
pit bull.
Tracy, man.
yeah, you're on a
This is the
first
first
name
one. Who else?
basis
Who
with
else?
Tracy
Down
Grimshaw now.
bad.
Yeah.
Peter Overton, man. My guy, Peter Overton.
First name basis with Tracy Grimshaw.
Hopefully they
My
didn't
girl
tap into my
Tracy
phone
over there.
calls. Hopefully they didn't tap into
I
my
think
phone
Tracy
calls.
retired, man.
Me and Tracy had phone calls. 2018.
Maybe you can get an ATA on here.
Should I bring in the first trending topic then? That's Gladys, baby. I didn't talk to her on the phone. None of us really. I mean, I won't put that on you first. But do you guys really follow the politics in Australia?
I've heard bits
I'm
of
gonna
it.
say negs. You? I've heard bits of it.
Yeah, TikTok.
Well, again,
saved
like
me.
when it comes up, then like if it's something big, generally, like I'll be
Yeah.
aware of it. Like
It'll
Gladys
surface
shit.
on social
Yeah.
media.
Yeah. So I'll show you like a small video. You've probably already seen it. Our former
Premier.
premier.
Good sort.
Good. Okay. 2018.
No,
Nuts.
no one saw her
Oh, oh yeah. So I want to bring her up for this, but that's because just wait. Yeah, she's our premier. Yeah, she was our former premier. But in 2018, there were some allegations in that, right? Allegation stations. I don't even know what happened
Her ex,
really.
something about her ex.
But she had some sort of relationship within the
I don't know who it was,
House
but
of Parties.
They
whatever
pull
that-
Wagga Wagga under the bus, and that's my home.
I don't want to argue with you. I just need to go and chill because you've stressed
All
me
right,
out.
I'll go and chill. You just throw money at Wagga.
I'll throw money at Wagga. Don't you worry about that.
Just listen to
Lots
me.
of it. All right, and I'll throw money at Wagga. You just have to do what's right from your end. Otherwise, you'll kill me.
No, it's fine. I'm batting for you. You just need to know what the right things are to throw money at Wagga. And you need
I already know. You've already told me the 3 top things.
and
I
you
already
need
know.
to and go and give them a stadium. Give them a
I'll do that. I'll
stadium.
do that too. I'll do that too. Don't worry.
Well, the bureaucrats knocked it all out.
yes,
idiot.
well, yes, but I can overrule them anyway.
Wait, why are they throwing money at Wagga?
Bombshell phone call. Didn't do too much research, mate. Darren Maguire's a secret PF, apparently. No. Okay, no, but then I'll show you the liked video as well because then it shows. Did you guys see the interrogation?
No, I haven't seen that actually.
I saw bits of it. TikTok
my
has
goodness.
saved my life.
Yeah, not safe.
It's such a.
But it has
Yeah,
a lot
go
of
on,
things
play
on
the
it. No,
video.
that wasn't the right video.
I was gonna say it's just such a such a TV show
Reality
conversation.
type
Like
of thing.
not even
Oh,
reality.
are you
it's
talking
like
about
a.
the phone
It
call?
sounded like he was trying to put
it
it
sounds
wrong.
like an
you know?
actual like TV drama, you know, political drama or some shit.
Yeah.
Like it's so.
Apparently,
It's
he, was,
so obvious corruption. Like
No,
throw
apparently-
money at Walker. Like
he just wanted.
Why
her
would
for
you use the
money.
buzzwords
Yeah.
of corruption in your phone
That's
call?
what I mean.
be a bit more
yeah.
discreet about it or
Yeah,
something.
it's just like-
Jesus Christ.
I'll deliver the package to Wagga or something like that. Something a bit more like cryptic, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Man, I was about to say the top 3 things to throw money at as well. He's like, I know the top 3 things. I know them. Don't say them already. One day, this will be me. I'll have ads on my fucking videos as well.
One can hope. It actually is the most frustrating fucking
15 seconds!
Do you guys ever try to watch a video and the ad plays and you exit out of it and you're just like, I'm not giving him that satisfaction.
Yeah.
It's my
I
shit.
give it 2 times. I reload the app and then I press it again.
Yeah.
If it reloads with the app, the ad, I'm like, what's going on? The 4th one was just $100 when I just kept saying $100 for the fucking donation I put. For
Oh, yeah.
First of all, have you guys donated to the bushfires and why was it only $5, Yoshi?
Well, mate.
Fucking bastard. You work at Woolies now, mate.
Look, at least Yoshi didn't post it on Instagram as soon as he.
Hey, did I not scratch out the amount of money I was putting in?
I think you did. But
$100. It was $100. It was 100.
Oh, he's noble enough to get rid of the number.
I was thinking like,
but
yeah.
you can still see it.
You can still see the length of the
Still see
number,
the
right?
You made sure that you scratched out like a bit longer than you should have as well.
100. $100. Yeah.
Cloudy.
That's pretty funny.
That was horrible.
None of that made sense to me.
$100.
$100.
No, I remember you phrased like $100.
That was painful. Oh man, that was hard to listen to. Not gonna lie.
That was really bad.
I kept doing it, and I was like,
Can't
oh,
be
yeah,
any harder
yeah,
than
yeah.
this is gonna be to listen to.
Yeah.
Sounds as bad as me saying scooter.
Yeah, another trending topic on Twitter as well. That there was a pro footballer coming out for the first time. He's actually from the A League as well.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah. I wrote this one mainly for Yoshi. I wanted to see what your opinions were.
Good for him.
It's great.
You wanted a reaction from him or something? Like, I'm so against that shit, bro.
I'm not like that, man.
You wanted him to be borderline homophobic, which is
is
completely
mainly
fine
for
with
you.
it.
I can be the fake person you want me to be, but I'm cool with it. Like, good for him.
So we're not going to remember that first episode, Yoshi?
What did he say again? Is there a quote for it?
As you said, we grew
You
into.
dropping N-words easy peasy in that first episode, man, so I don't want to be talking like...
I grew. I changed.
Okay, so you changed? My bad. Okay, yeah, that can be
Leave
off.
it,
That can
leave
be
it,
off.
leave
That
it,
can be off.
leave it.
But yeah.
That was. I feel like football is a hard sport to come out in because of
Yeah.
look the fucking crowds. Like we know British crowds are already
Yeah.
fucking pretty intense.
Yeah, and
Crazy.
also sports crowds as well. It's mostly dudes.
But there's a lot
if
of-
you imagine Origin and shit like that.
There's a lot of players coming out.
Yeah, I think my point with this was more like how it's. I don't want to say easier, but it's just like it's because like the way it's gonna be hardest for him after releasing this information, probably around just his team and his mate and like when you verse teams, right?
Would
He
you be
doesn't-
like that?
As in like because he's
No,
getting
but
hella.
would you be like that?
Man, like you said, does not matter to me. It's
So if
fine.
Nerve actually comes out as gay, like he's actually gay, would you treat him differently?
I'll be like, you
we're gonna end the pod there.
Okay, so that, yeah, there we go. Anyways,
Oh, that was
sorry.
that's a violation. That's
Sorry,
that's not as bad. That's not
Like
as
that
bad.
TikTok. That
It'll be
one,
gone.
yeah,
It'll be
was a
gone.
violation.
As in, like, that can't stay in the
That's
episode,
worse than
obviously.
anything I said.
No.
Yeah.
What we just talked. My thing is like, look, as long as, because you know how like, this is gonna sound very cynical, and I don't mean it this way, but you know how when you come out with this, it's huge news now. You know, as in like people want to show their support instantly, whereas back in the day, social media is not a thing. So it just couldn't. Do you
Like,
get me?
you couldn't
The
say-
crowd that you didn't want to hear would hear first.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
yeah,
do you
yeah.
get me?
So it was easier for him to say it on social media because it was a bit more.
I'm saying social media is positive in that sense.
Yeah,
Firstly,
definitely.
um,
Well, he'll get the support.
yeah, no, actually, yeah, I think that was just the main point, really. Because like back in the day, why didn't we see this? Or why is this the first motherfucker to come out? Do you get me? I just think it's because.
That's just society.
No
Or
other
social media.
footballers have come. Like, so this is.
I
the
mean, there's
first
probably
guy.
like a different sport where like the first person's come out, but like it's in the like single digits. Do you get me?
It was in
No,
you-
like, there's not like 10.
It was pretty big news when it came out, but like the thing is, it wasn't big news after that day. I didn't see it anywhere.
That's what I mean. I
hear
don't.
about it
Yeah,
anywhere.
that's
Like
exactly.
that's
yeah.
probably a good thing. It just
Trending on
means,
Twitter.
like,
I think it was like third or something. So I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
I don't think it's like no one really cares about it anymore. Like the only thing you
Yeah.
can think is like I was saying, the football crowds and like the chants and shit that they do.
Oh,
But, like,
yeah,
To be
yeah,
fair,
yeah,
they
yeah,
say that
yeah,
with
exactly.
everyone. Like they call people wankers and fucking.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like, it-
I have nothing. Yeah, that's the thing. It's crazy.
What's the worst football crowd?
The worst crowd.
Usually just the ultras, the ones that the teams that have like a really loyal fucking fan base within their like. what is
It's
it?
generally like the lower league teams because like you wouldn't
Cult.
generally support a lower league team
Yeah.
unless like you're a really
Fucking
like a
in
local
the area.
or in the
Yeah,
area
yeah,
or
yeah.
Like
whatever.
Norwich.
Sure.
No, like lower league is in not even Premier League, like all the fucking
Or
League
like-
1, League
like
2,
dingy.
conference, and yeah.
Yeah.
So like those are the guys who would stick with their team through thick and thin and like
Like
fucking
Fulham.
hate everyone
bombs
else.
like throw flares and shit
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Those are the
This is
hardcore
extreme
ones.
fanboys.
Yeah,
Did you bet Pakistan India the cricket game?
like what happened
Anything
after?
special?
Yeah, the T20.
What happened after?
Pakistan beat India,
Fucking
Sure.
trounced us.
and I was reading like some articles. Apparently, these Pakistanis in India got like jumped in their house. Like people.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, these Indians like ran in their house
Yes.
and like beat them up and stuff.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's gotta be the
sport takes
biggest
a sour
rivalry in the
fucking-
world, like
Yeah.
Pakistan, India. They're like
Nah,
there's
dude,
so much
that's crazy.
history.
Like, I think what is it, Karachi? Is that
Karachi.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
Pakistan.
as in the
Yeah,
city. Yeah,
like the border. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
Uh,
is
Oh,
it
is
the
that capital?
I think it's the capital.
something like that.
Karachi is
Apparently, it just went off, and people were just like, yeah, Indians were pretty mad.
Actually, yeah, and then fucking when the like England Euros, three coloured fellas missed penalties,
yeah.
and then literally I remember in England, I remember seeing videos of like just other black people literally getting beaten up on the streets on the way home and shit. Everyone's an England fan.
England
Hang on
fans
a
are
sec, hang on a sec.
scumbags, man.
Lit-
A
Literally,
black guy
England-
misses a penalty goal or something like that,
There-
and then someone
it
on the street's
happened
like,
to be
"You're black. You
three-
look like the guy on TV."
Okay, honestly, there's more black people in the England football team than there are white people right now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So they got to the final. Everyone
terrible.
there was so much fucking passion in it. Everyone was like,
Yeah.
Everyone- you heard
England
it coming
through
from
thick and
emotion,
thin, we
there's
love
emotion.
them,
Yeah.
blah blah blah. You get that, like
Yeah.
fine, perfect, great. Like it's a good advert for the sport. And then it got to the final. They've made it to the final.
Yeah.
Right? They got to penalties. They drew with like one of the best teams in the world, or the best team in the world at the time. And it gets to penalties where it's pretty much very like 50-50 or very luck. Like
Yeah,
if you
it's
go
just-
the wrong way, then fuck. Like if
Penalties
if
is
you
like
keep
it's
it-
just pure pressure. You
Yeah,
can't get it worse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it ends up being three black guys miss the three
Just happened
penalties,
to be.
right?
Just happened to be.
and
just
they
three
lose the
black
game,
dudes.
right?
Yeah.
Now, who was it? Like Saka. Okay, Saka's an Arsenal player. He's fucking 19. He's 19 years old.
Dude.
Yeah.
Firstly, he was trusted to take the penalty that decided the whole game at 19 years old.
So does the team come to that decision? Who takes
Yeah,
the
it must have
penalty?
been
I think
decided
I think
before
manager,
the
right?
manager
It's
or
just
the
manager.
captain
It's
or
just
whatever,
manager.
right?
So it's an
Like,
informed
This
decision.
fucking 19-year-old guy is trusted to take the penalty that's gonna like win or lose them the big like one of the biggest trophies in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Followed by like 2 billion people around the world, right?
Yeah.
Like imagine the fucking pressure on his shoulders.
That's
Yeah.
Pretty shit penalty, like he misses, whatever, get over it.
Yeah.
But no, like England's scumbag fans decide to absolutely shit on them.
Yeah,
Like
the videos
it
were
was like
fucking
3-4
terrible,
weeks of
man.
like people being absolute like
The fuck,
crazy
man?
racist to black people.
That's something
murals and
fucked
shit
up.
being destroyed.
Like
and all
murals
that.
being
Yeah,
destroyed,
yeah.
and
It's
like
just
Saka
yeah.
got all this abuse online. Sancho, Rashford, the other two
Yeah.
black players. they
Isn't
got-
Rashford still copping it? Or
Is it
I don't know. I mean,
Marcel?
hopefully no one's still copping it, but I mean, like
I heard
that's.
someone
But it
copped
definitely isn't at that. Fucking,
This is when you remove the human being aspect
Yeah.
out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
'cause,
mean?
You get stuck in like a video game sport thing. Like they play for me. They are doing this for
Exactly.
me.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. That's exactly
Yeah.
it.
There
Just
is-
like I
there is
deserve
levels.
this, you know. I've been through years of not winning a trophy, so I deserve.
This
to
is
It's
win a
like you
trophy.
haven't
It's
moved.
what?
Like yeah,
It's
You haven't done
sit on
shit
your
in
fucking
your life.
armchair
This is
again,
false
you
sense of entitlement
Yeah,
people
yeah.
feel
Absolutely.
because like
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
done
yeah.
the years with this team. This
Yeah.
team owes me something.
Yeah,
They don't
yeah,
owe you
yeah.
shit. They're
That's
playing
why sports crowds
like,
are
for
scary.
their
They go
own
full
reasons.
circle, exactly. Yeah, because like to come out to this,
You
actually
can
take a
be,
lot of
you
pride.
can be
because
too passionate.
Yeah.
We have the worst of the worst fucking fans. Do you get me? It's like football first, and then if you don't do well with the football, they'll come at anything. Do you get me? It
Yeah.
doesn't even matter if they'll find
be-
anything to come at. So it's,
To be
it's
fair,
very
I do feel quite depressed when my team loses.
Yeah, but there's depression.
That's
there's-
your personal disappointment.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fine. I mean, not fine, but,
But I don't out it on other stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the thing. Exactly that.
That's the
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
point
yeah,
of sport.
facts.
It's supposed to, you're
Yeah.
supposed to be that close with it that you feel it inside, but you don't lash out.
No,
Yeah.
lash out randomly. That's
I
the
couldn't
thing. It's just
comprehend
fucked,
that.
yeah.
I couldn't comprehend.
And it's the
that.
fact that, like, okay, you think it's just, I mean, I say just racism, but like, you think it's just directed at black people or whatever, and you think, okay, they're racist
Yeah.
and that's what they are and that's who they are, and they're fucking, they're fucked up because of that.
Yeah.
But then you see videos of them, like, after the game at Wembley Stadium,
Yeah.
abusing Italian fans, like, beating them up and shit. I saw
Oh,
that.
yeah.
You see that?
Fuck
It was
hell,
bad, like,
man.
bad. And this
Yeah.
is just what was caught on camera. They were punching them, like,
Yeah,
fucking, they were defenseless.
just
They weren't
won.
doing anything. They were just
Yeah.
walking, they were celebrating because their team just won, just like the England fans would be doing.
Then
These
England fans
fucking
hear that,
crazy
get
guys
salty.
just
that means this match means something more than what it is to those people.
It's more than life to them.
It's just
Yeah,
like this
it
is
is.
like
That's
this is the
sad.
highlight of their entire
life, their life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so when someone takes that away from them,
It's quite
obviously
sad.
I'm not trying to empathize with them. I'm
No,
just
no,
trying
of
to
course,
like
it's just their brain.
dissect what
the,
you can
understand, like-
empathize with that, like that aspect of
No
it.
way.
That it's large. No, you
Even
can
then.
empathize with the
Yeah,
fact
but
that
you
it's
can
larger
control.
than
You
life.
still have to control that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
emotion.
but that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. You can empathize with an aspect of it, but
yeah.
not the.
It doesn't. It's
the
not an
lashing
excuse
out
for their
of it.
actions.
Exactly.
That's
yeah.
all. Yeah.
But you can understand the emotions involved, like Man City winning the title in the last minute, the emotions involved in
Yeah,
that.
I'm
or
crying for
Arsenal
no
winning
reason
a
at a
game.
TV screen for something.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's nah. It is, so big ups to Josh Cavallo. Yeah, that's I'm pretty sure it's pronounced correctly as well. Because like I think sports crowds are the worst for that reason. Do you get me? Like obviously you get more support because you're coming out to social media. Everyone's gonna be, even like you said, you can jump on Clout and you can just like share like, hey, congrats and all that. But it helps regardless because.
Yeah.
Wait, man, I'm so inbred City fan. Sometimes it's ridiculous, I won't even talk to my cousin who follows Spurs because they beat us in the Champions League one time. I was like, fuck this cunt. I ain't talking to him for like 2 weeks. I couldn't stand the sight of him. Fucking prick. Anyways, we'll move on to the next one. Next quote, I guess. This one's a cancelable one from me.
From you.
Horrific. Yeah, it's
Cancelable.
horrific.
Is that a word?
Cancelable?
We'll make it a
Cancel worthy.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Oh, forever.
I keep saying this.
So good.
Too many big words that you don't know.
Fuck,
Cancelable.
this cunt.
Can't
He grew,
say
he's
it.
got hair though. I didn't realize he had hair.
Who?
You.
No.
Probably grew out hair. Went to
I
Turkey.
can pull off any haircuts, man.
Okay, so
Yeah, it's better than your nest.
yeah, this is
What is
proper
going on?
afro, just afro. I think someone like I feel
He
like
cuts the
people have
sideburns
said,
and says he's got a haircut.
Suit. People said suit.
It suits.
I look like Sidebubble downstairs.
Yeah.
A little bit. Little bit.
I'm gonna buy you
Take a
orange
photo of
robe.
Huh?
Buy you orange robe.
Yo, Halloween.
Hey, Halloween.
I don't know if I get fucking crucified by my family.
Hey, please do it.
That'd be
Oh, just
hilarious,
once.
bro.
You have to
Some
do it
boss
once.
and
Oh,
everything.
that's so bad.
Once.
Zero Sidebubble.
That would be fucked with the beard.
Oh no.
Darren's side.
Oh, you'd be kicked out. You'd be done.
Everyone does the Jesus thing.
Do they?
Everyone does it.
No, they don't.
I don't think so. I don't
anyone
think I've
dressed
seen
up
people
as
dress up as
I've
religious
seen
figures for
Halloween.
Halloween.
What do you mean?
No,
I've seen
it.
fathers
I've
and
seen
all
it.
that.
I've
seen Jesus.
nuns.
I've seen
Nuns.
I've seen terrorists.
We've
I've
seen
seen
nuns.
I
nuns.
saw I saw
seen
something
that.
online.
That's cool, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Jesus.
cool.
They
We've
got
seen
charged.
Jesus. I've seen
Fucking
Jesus.
good.
Jesus.
My mate did that at
seen
school as
Jesus.
well. On,
Oh, really?
On our mock-up day.
Did he get in trouble?
Yeah, the cops got called, but he
I
didn't
feel
get
like I've
charged.
seen like Buddha.
He ran around the girls' school.
Santa.
And he go into every room saying Allahu Akbar,
Every
Allahu
day,
Akbar.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
But
That was
yeah,
funny.
I didn't even say the actual quote. My bad. This one was horrible, regardless of context. You can listen back and be like, "Oh, this is all hard to listen to." I was literally like, "After you jack off, there is no need to
How shit do you feel after
Like,
you
it's
wank?
unfortunate to say this, but unfortunately, after you jack off, there is no need to speak to any women at all, you know?
This is me discussing post-nut feeling. I was literally like, there's no need to talk to women after bussing. Any comments for that one? Or do you
I think it
just
speaks for
want
That's
itself,
you.
doesn't it?
Let's just sweep this one under the rug, fellas.
That's just you.
If I'm going to cancel myself
It's like
up,
the very primal thing in him. It's just
yeah, that was
That's the
horrific.
most
I
fun.
heard
It
that and I was like,
peak level of
I
horniness
can't
right
edit.
then.
I
at that
can't
moment.
edit portions of episodes now. It's already out. I can't get that
But
out.
you have grown since then.
Has he?
Absolutely.
See,
No,
if you
no,
get
no, that's
bit-
ridiculous.
You wouldn't say that again.
No, I'm horned out. If anything, I respect women. And I'm like, look, I don't need to hit on all of you.
horned out. I like that.
I'm completely horned out. It's not unless you interest me, then I will go for you. Do you get me? Like, but before you go clubbing, you see something nice, bang, horn
Oh.
dog. Do you get me?
What was it 18 to 20?
Maybe first episode time as well. I said some that's crazy saying that. But any comments about that?
No,
Like I said,
I'm
it
not
speaks for
speaking on
itself. I
it.
think.
That's a
I'm
shame.
not speaking on it.
Thanks,
If I
fellas.
say
This one, I mean, this episode, do you remember we just went in on porn after like half an hour? It was like 30 minutes in, and then I just remember just talking about
For a
porn
long time. For a long time.
so much, and I was like, oh my god, man, this is a nightmare. Everything's breaking. Everything's just season 2 finale, baby. On to bigger and better things. Obviously.
Watch season 3 be the same.
The only way is
Like,
on.
it'll be
different tablecloth.
stuck. It'll be stuck.
Season 3 tablecloth,
This
baby.
will be there. This will be in
Yeah.
place.
But
Saving.
it'll be stuck. Things will be stuck and it'll be working. You know, it's just different. It's back to Josh for this quote.
Twice sounds like
I'm next level.
Man, after the fourth, my dick feels like it's ripping it off. So I don't know about
That
it.
doesn't matter to me.
that's kind of my first symptom.
I remember you said you were like, after the 4th, it just feels like it's ripping off. And then Narav comes in with, that doesn't matter to me. Are we still hitting numbers today, fellas? 2 years on.
Yeah.
Missus?
Yep. 4
Well,
months
no,
I
to
was
be
talking
fair.
to her. Lockdown. What do you want me to do?
Yeah. I actually started lockdown and was like, phew.
Started lockdown, I definitely went through a little relapse. And I was like, whoa.
I started getting pain, so I stopped.
Yeah,
through the pains.
I think it was like,
Huh?
You work through the pain.
No, a bit louder, into the mic.
works through the pains. That's
What, so you're shooting
different.
blanks and you're just like,
They're not necessarily blanks. I mean,
He's just like, the pain's good now, but the dopamine after.
well, dopamine is for a second
It's
as
not
well.
even dopamine after. The
like-
dopamine, it's like dopamine right now, and then like 20 minutes later, you're
It's
like,
like you gotta work hard for
"Holy
what you
I
want.
feel it's like when Billy was like, "You don't want to talk to a girl after post-nut clarity." It's
Yeah.
like you don't want to talk to yourself. Like you're just.
That's
you're so
honestly
ashamed.
more correct.
It's
That's
like,
more
okay,
correct.
It's fine. It's whatever.
Do you
It's
guys
just
feel
like-
still feel ashamed after?
Yes.
I feel more
Hands
Really?
and dick.
When
It's
it's
like,
been a while.
what
When I
What
was a
is this?
kid,
I feel more
when I was a
ashamed now.
kid, I was just like,
I didn't feel ashamed.
oh
at
wait,
all.
sorry, you're talking about like after like the 4th of.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay,
Like obviously,
that's
when you're a
different.
kid, you're like, "Am I doing something wrong?" But now it's just
Yeah.
like, "I'm not doing something wrong." But
Yeah,
like, what's wrong with me?
Interesting.
Like,
yeah.
what am I doing? With
I
my
feel like
life?
I've understood it more now. Like porn is a whole fucking thing now, and it's something that you shouldn't do. So I feel kind of low key. Like after I bust my nut now, I'm like, oh my goodness.
I don't know
Really,
what it
you're
is.
you're exploiting all this now, right now. You know, but then like back then, I used to abuse that easy peasy. Wouldn't even think twice. No.
I don't know. I still feel like it's healthy. Like I've convinced myself that it's healthy. No
4
matter
times,
how
I don't
many-
know, but like,
4
is a
times is
lot.
not healthy.
4 is a lot.
Once
No,
or
4 was
twice.
the number we used back then.
4 is-
once is
It's the number
alright.
I'd use
Once
now.
is like,
I just do it for after like work, just relax.
I mean, my routine every day is when I wake up and before I sleep. Like those are the 2 definite. So
Yeah,
anything
hey,
in between is
my
an
God,
extra.
being honest. That's all I'll say.
Maybe
When
we
you
can cut
wake
that bit out.
up, how much time do you have to do it when you wake up?
Look,
Okay,
I have
let's
that.
not lie. You can definitely rush one out.
You could, but that's not enjoying it.
It's not. See, that's what I've learned recently. If I'm doing it, I want a bit more time to it,
Yeah, you need.
and then
do you
don't feel
enjoy
as
it?
guilty.
The
you
4
know?
times
Don't
you
try
do
and
it?
fucking.
the one when I wake up and the one before I sleep, I enjoy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like I have a bit of time.
The one
The
before I
wake
sleep, I enjoy.
Working from home has helped that cause.
Has
Cool.
helped improve
You know?
numbers or
No,
decrease
it helped the quality of my.
You know, if
first.
it's a
money.
money.
Yes.
If I was if I wasn't
Rushing.
working from home, going to the office, then it would be
It's a
very,
stress bad. Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
If I don't do this, then I'm gonna hate my day today.
Wow.
Yeah.
At work.
would you have you ever tried NoFap?
I have. Well, like there's been days where I can't. Like if I go
Yeah.
away on a trip with the boys or some shit, I can't. Like I'd maybe fit one in, very low key. But I'm kidding.
He's not. He's
Wait,
kidding.
what'd you say?
He said
Don't
he'd fit
wanna
one
go.
in on the fucking boys' trips. Man. I don't know where and when, man. But the 7th one has the same vibe as the first one. And I'm scared.
Nah, try it.
Honestly, this is what I've been thinking about more often than not. So if I've been jacking off, it's to mics and shit, not to actual.
Okay, right.
Just listens to himself and starts jacking off.
Oh, there you go, girls.
I know
Billy's
my
fetishes
voice is
are
coming off
mics
nicer
and
than
pop
you
filters.
I know my voice is coming off nicer than you two, so I mean, like, that is as much as I can say.
You purposely chose the two people with the worst voices.
With the voice.
They're too much retarded, so he looks better.
The female voice and the Yoshi voice.
Nah, as in, like, I remember Narav just being like, you purposely chose the two people with the worst voices. That was hilarious. Fuck
As
you.
in me and Yoshi.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yours
yeah.
would stand out.
I think we were pretty good.
No, it was a good. It was a good episode, but like you learn how to edit and everything.
We
I'm
were
just
pretty
happy
good.
that was the first cruise back.
I remember the first episode, we couldn't figure out how to get the Narav's voice out of your left ear and Yoshi's in your right ear. So anyone
The
listening
worst
to it would
migraine
hear like
possible.
Narav in their left ear, and Yoshi in the right ear, and then Billy
Christ.
like
That would have been
torture.
it's so bad.
That's like a room, but you're in the middle and it's like I can't speak. But yeah, the final point that I wanted to bring up, it's not even a trending thing anymore, but like how I said at the beginning before we started recording, how like sports and TV shows kind of saved me during lockdown in the sense of like it was weekly, you know? The only thing that kept me, not only thing, but like the thing that kept me, oh, this is a Saturday 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Or this is a Friday 7:30, you know, because a new TV show is going to come out or because of like sport coming out. I'm wondering, this is maybe get your comments in, baby.
When
What
was- you have
saved
hair
you
Yeah.
during lockdown? Because it was
back quickly.
Squid Game for everybody. Everyone watched Squid Game.
Yeah.
No,
Everyone.
I haven't watched it.
You seriously haven't?
No. I'm binging Friends.
Why would you?
Such a shit show. Anyways.
Thank you. I agree.
I'm not even going to say anything.
Well,
Is
the
it, is
show
it
you
on
watch when you're
purpose? Like
14.
you want to avoid like the hype?
No, I just
Which girl are you trying to impress right now with references from Friends?
Jennifer Aniston.
You're gonna impress Jennifer Aniston.
Good
like,
answer.
With Jennifer Aniston quote, she'll be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. I mean, they're probably the only people that think it's funny as well. That's a shame. That's a shame. Dog.
Like soccer during lockdown was like
Oh, saving grace.
it was
My
just the only
goodness.
thing to
I
look
hated
forward to
watching
generally.
it. You know, remember the start of lockdown? It was the Olympics.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Olympics came through. That was huge for everyone as well. I remember people getting gassed. and,
I
like,
knew
doing their little-
too many irrelevant people in my life.
Why? Oh, as in you.
Like the athletes.
Wait, actually, the Olympics are like sports that you just wouldn't imagine would be good to watch, and ended up being really, really good to watch. Fucking skateboarding and shit. Like
They're
Skateboarding
sports that
is
you
nice.
could
That was
watch
like,
every week.
whoa.
BMX.
Really young kid
BMX.
wants skateboarding.
Yeah,
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 that's
like
crazy.
10-year-old or
Fuck.
something.
Yeah.
I didn't
I
even
was
know
like,
it could
I
be
was
in
like,
the
I-
Olympics.
no, my first thing was like, I didn't realize
American,
that
yeah?
under 10s
I think he was.
division.
Yeah,
And they're like, no, that's everybody. And I was like,
everyone.
that's everyone. He's competing with everybody.
No, I think
have, like-
I think skateboarding is the new sport though. Like they added it to the Olympics recently.
I've seen the
Oh,
thing
yeah,
where
I think it was
like-
part of X Games before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
BMX was crazy.
Yeah, BMX is so cool. Like, it's so good to watch.
Bro, you know what's sad? There was a Australian BMXer, I forgot his name, but I think months before the Olympics, like he already qualified for the Olympics, but months before the Olympics, he had a really bad crash, and he had a traumatic brain injury, paralyzed on one side,
Ah, whoa.
and his sister, him and his sister were both going to the Olympics, and then his sister was in the semi-final trying to get into the final, and she crashed as well. It was so bad
At the Olympics.
at the Olympics. Yeah,
Fuck.
it was a really bad crash as well.
Imagine training your whole life to be at the Olympics, and then
It's a
like,
very like leads
last
up to this
minute.
moment kind of thing.
Some people only have one chance. That's the thing.
exactly. That's it's 4 years. So
The thing
like,
is with
you only
injuries
get
as well,
peak.
it only gets more exponential. When you're doing it at a higher fucking
That's true.
thing, you're gonna get there's more chance of an injury. So it's like
And that's
Yeah.
why it's crazy when there's
you can train this whole time not get an injury, and then at your fucking peak, bang, you're done.
Yeah.
And it's just like that is a shock.
Oh,
you know what's
Well,
crazy
I-
then? You look at the Chinese weightlifters. Some of them, they've been training.
Bro, I'm gonna make my kid Chinese.
They're like
somehow.
45 and they're still winning.
Maybe that means
Just send them to
Chinese
the
wife,
sweatshops.
maybe that means
Yeah,
the
it's
future,
like-
baby. Maybe that means the future. Who knows?
Send
Flavor
them
my
to the
baby.
sweatshop.
I'll flavor my baby before he comes out, man. Come out Chinese joints. Sri Lankan humility.
Like in humility.
Humility.
Chinese
Humility. He's out here making new words.
I feel like it's understated how good you have to be at something to be at the Olympics. Like, you literally have to be like,
It's
the
like
top
when you come last.
0.000.
It's like when they come last in the 100 meter, like you're
Yeah,
trash.
exactly.
Like, fuck.
Bro, me and my family
You
like,
are
fucking
shit.
suck, bro. You fucking trash. Lost to a white guy in the sprints.
their
What the
face.
fuck?
Bro, there was
Comes
a
the Italian
recliner
win. The Italian wins.
The
and I'm
Italian
like,
won.
oh, you black guys suck, man.
Johan Blake, you're
I'm like,
shit.
bro, you like all your predecessors whooped our asses, and you're gonna lose to this white Italian man.
You know there was a Lunken in the 100 meter sprint?
What? Oh yeah, the background or something. It was like, well, what's his
And there's 100 in the 50-meter freestyle as well or something.
I feel like that's just ridiculously impressive because
No, that's-
our genetics aren't meant to
Bro,
be.
we
good
had
at
like
stuff
three
that.
people in the Olympics. That was crazy. That's something.
In the entire Olympics, you had 3 people.
Yeah, we had like 3 or 4.
As in like
That's
representing
so
the flag.
bad.
Or
What about
like,
India?
the-
Indians so like actually,
yeah, they're
you know what? I love being Indian, but it's the most embarrassing thing when it's the Olympics and India come on. A country of imagine a country
Yeah,
of a
we have a
billion
big
people,
population.
a country of a billion people, and we haven't had a gold medal in fucking like 80 years or some shit.
Yeah.
How bad is that? Then you got China fucking winning 300 gold medals every time.
Do you reckon
like,
it's something
Yeah,
like?
that's actually
Do you reckon
pretty
it's
fucked,
like a rhetoric that they like kind of don't compete
it's
at the
because
Olympics, or
like
do you think there's no
sport
support
isn't
for
as
it?
big of a thing apart from cricket. Sport
Hockey,
isn't a
hockey.
big.
There's
and
no money
hockey.
going to anything else.
Exactly. There's no funding. There's no
Like
money.
the
in it.
IPL and
Like
shit
there's,
eat up so
there's
much.
such a
I think it's a culture as well. You guys
Yeah,
have
the
very
culture is
dense,
like-
like very dense food. Like you eat like a lot of oily food. Like it's not good food. You know?
You're literally just a.
Saying yes, I know, and we're shit. I know.
we aren't there. We weren't even there, bro.
3 people. Yeah.
Well, I already said we're shit. You said you have
I
a
don't know why I
billion
got
people.
defensive. I was like,
We eat the same food.
He's like, yeah, and you. He's like, yeah, the same stuff. Today was more informative, more discussions.
yeah.
I think we're maturing a bit.
Maturing a bit, yeah.
There's not going to be as many quotes for next time, but that's a good thing. You know?
That's probably a good thing. Yeah. This is.
I think it's a better thing. It shows our growth.
Exactly.
And we realize, this is like the first time you guys have been on camera since lockdown, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was making my own
experience.
movies,
You know,
but
we're
let's
still
not talk
opening
about
up. And all that.
Oh, right.
You been making some movies, is what I heard.
Yeah.
A bit of a Spielberg.
Bit of Spielberg.
POV Spielberg is what I heard. Makes videos, sex videos. Would you guys have like?
Oh. What? Yeah, he actually makes movies.
What do
Wait.
you say? Sex videos.
Yeah, but then I thought we're not.
Yeah, Billy had one.
Going
Remember
on.
his camera was set up, facing
Not-
the bed.
No, not on those.
I don't know.
You
You
record
man.
anything on the phone or anything? Is that like crazy?
Yeah.
No, what?
I would.
You what?
But like,
Were you pounding?
If someone asked you,
Some time ago, man.
no. Oh, it's deleted ages ago as well. But I'm saying like, oh no, I've been like, you get sent stuff as well. But like, I haven't recorded personally in a while.
No, I haven't.
I'm just saying, would you?
My
still
barber has, and he's shown me.
recorded fucking
show
you.
you.
Yeah, for yourself, surely.
Do you get off to that, like watching yourself?
Hell yeah.
Interesting.
I'm doing
Well,
this
it's not
shit.
me that I'm getting up to. It's like,
The fact that I'm
The other
doing that
person,
shit, you know, it's a memory. It's that happened.
yeah.
What the hell? Is that what you think?
Okay, like when you watch porn, you imagine yourself in the guy's position, right?
Shoes.
In the guy's shoes, right?
Yeah. Well,
No,
yeah.
I'm looking
Like,
at. I'm
in
looking
this
at
case,
his
you don't have to
cock.
imagine anything because
It's
you're
you.
watching you.
That's
It's you.
In fact, I'm like, who's this celebrity? I'm like, who's this guy on camera?
Wait, you know, fuck. Some of these porn videos, the guys are louder than the girl.
That's crazy.
You should turn that shit off, man. Turn that shit off.
Those
Yeah,
are the pornos that
that's-
are for girls.
Yeah. Dude. Oh, yeah, dude.
I mean, would the girls even appreciate that?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
like
wow.
genuinely, they're like, oh, okay.
So what? We got to be louder in bed. Is that what you're saying?
I think
You have
I don't
to
know.
admit you fake noises. Right here and right
It's just
now.
like a reflex. Like I don't need to do it. Just like
But they're doing it, so I do it.
yeah.
I'm not doing it on like fully. Do you get me? Like it's all
You should
amplified.
compete with her, just like who can make the loudest.
Scary pussy. Just looks at you. What the fuck? Compete. It could be louder. I'll
Just
get
like
salty
passive
as
aggressively.
Makes it
Ah! Fucking screaming.
Makes
No,
it
but
interesting.
I definitely make noise with the thought of like she'd enjoy that noise. Not like a,
as well.
Yeah, I don't enjoy.
not like a
making
loud
fucking
noise.
noises.
Open, not like an open mouth.
You
noise.
enjoy, don't you?
Like a closed mouth. noise.
Yeah, okay. Like a sultry.
How about that? How about that? Closed mouth noises. We do
Yeah.
those. Thank you for listening. This will be a lot more streamlined than that first time. But if you have time, and you're like, these guys can't get worse than they were today, you're so goddamn wrong, darling. You're so goddamn wrong. Because if you scroll down on Spotify, it's nice and easy. On Apple Music, when I tried to listen, clicking like show 10 more episodes. The very bottom, numero uno. Oh my goodness, more swearing than usual, more everything. And then come to this one, and then show us some love as well. But yeah, this has been TWG, the worst generation. Thank you, Shaz, Yoshi as well. Thank you. I have to
hesitate.
Yeah. I mean,
Don't bring it up.
Alright.
and Noguna as well. Thank you. Sorry about any of the trauma we brought up in the first 15. We, him. You gonna apologize?
You shouted him out the worst.
What I do? That was.
That was very bad. That was
Could-
worse than anything I did.
But is
I'll
it going to
go
be in the
yes.
episode?
Yes.
Yours is. No. Anyways, yeah. Thank you, TWG, and yeah, this has been. Oh my goodness. Said I've been practicing. This has been TWG, the worst generation. Billy Oggs and the crew from the first episode. Oh my goodness. Pleasure for no, not pleasure. Thank you for listening in to season 2. All over the shop with the dates and everything, but season 3 won't mean the same sort of gaps because we've already got planning underway. But yeah, thank you and take care.